Hey everyone, Tarek Backus here with Hold Net Worth, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the fourth step to getting started with investing in real estate. Now, I haven't been on in a while and I haven't posted in a while. I've been quite busy with work and also my real estate. I've been having a lot of deals going on, so that's been keeping me kind of busy, and I'm trying to, in the new year, hopefully get started with more consistent videos, and I want to get a little bit better with my editing and my content. So if you are watching this, do hit me up, leave a message with some videos that you want to see and some content that you want to hear me speak about. But in my previous video, I talked about doing detailed analysis or searching for a property, and once you find a few, you do a detailed analysis on them to figure out which one is the best one or the investment property that you want to move forward with. Now, once you've found the property that you're interested in moving forward with, the next step is to really have your realtor or work with a realtor or maybe a lawyer to draft an offer and put an offer together for the purchase of the property. Now, in this step, you're going to be going back and forth with the owner of the property to negotiate a price. Now, the reason why I told you to do a detailed analysis in the previous video was because you want to know your numbers and you want to know at what price point that you're purchasing the property at that you'll get the certain percentage of return. And so what I highly recommended was to do a range of detailed analysis based on a purchase price at a low point and a purchase price at a high point. So you will have an idea of the range of price that you can negotiate with to know what percentage that you're going to get based on those numbers, percentage return on investment. Now, if you were to purchase the property at your lowest point, that means you're going to get generally a higher percentage return. Now, if you have to go up to your highest point of purchase in the negotiation process, you're going to get a lower percent. And this is why doing the detailed analysis, you kind of want to know those numbers, because then you know when you're in the negotiation process with the owner, you're going to know what price point is good for you and what works for you. And you'll know that if it goes beyond and above the price, your highest point, that you're willing to walk away from the deal. And the strongest negotiating position to be in is always to be able to walk away from a deal and mean it. So remember that the strongest negotiating position to be in is always to be able to walk away and mean it. A lot of the times when you're purchasing a house, your emotions get involved, and what happens is you put in an offer, and if you're not strong enough to stick by your numbers, if the person on the other side of the negotiating table calls your bluff and says, hey, no, I want this price. If you don't take this price, I'm not going to sell the property to you. Then what happens generally is if your emotion is invested into it, you will end up raising your offer to a higher price to meet the owner's price. And what happens is you lose out on your return. And if you go over and above the position or the price point that was your highest point, you might end up even getting a worse off return or no return at all. So that's why it's very important to know your range of what is your lowest price that you're willing to purchase the property for, what is the highest price you're willing to purchase the property for, and what's your kind of most likely, your optimistic, most probable that you're willing to be in the middle with. So that's the next step, is to negotiate. Also in your negotiation, you do want to keep in mind of a home inspection and other clauses that your realtor may recommend. That's why I recommend working with a realtor who's experienced in purchasing investment properties and working with investors. That way they'll know what conditions to have in there. I strongly and highly recommend always have a home inspection, because you want to get the condition of the property. If you're purchasing the property with assumptions that you have to do a certain amount of renos, you would have already factored in those costs in budgeting and into your analysis of your return. If you purchase the property and don't do a home inspection, and you find out that, let's say, the furnace has to be repaired or replaced, you have to replace the roof, that eats into your cost and reduces your return. So do find that out. Do the home inspection, because what happens is if there's many issues with the property, one is you could avoid purchasing a really bad property that could put you in the hole or make you lose your shirt. Where it may be actual structural damages and it's going to cost you an arm and a leg to fix, and then it would make this not an investment at all. And you also want to make sure that if there are many items that come up in the inspection, that you could potentially negotiate with the owner saying, I'm willing to buy it, however, all these items add up to a value of, let's say, $20K. I'll be willing to split the difference with you. Or if that's the case, you're going to have to reduce the purchase price by 20K. So that's the next step, is really sitting down, putting in the offer, drafting up the offer, and negotiating a deal. Once you complete that negotiation, then you move on to the next step, and I'll have that in the next video. So just wanted to share that with you. The next step, the fourth step in getting started with real estate investing, is to negotiate the offer and carry it over from the previous step. Make sure you know your numbers. I hope this video was of value to you. Do reach out, do like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and let me know what you think. See you in the next video. Take care.